Hey guys, welcome back to another video. As a lot of you guys already know, the new 120 Herblore and 120 farming update has been released. So this video is basically going to be me looking at a lot of the new things and basically just checking everything out and seeing what's new in the game. So anyway guys, I really hope you do enjoy this video and find it really informative. Let's just jump right into it. So we're going to start off by going over the news post that Jagex just released, looking at 120 farming. So the Ranch Out of Time, this has been added into the game now. As you can see, there are some dinosaurs you can actually have in your Ranch Out of Time, and they do each have their own perks. Looking at them, they are pretty interesting. Some of them are pretty good. So this one, a 3% chance of receiving an extra piece of meat when skinning a big game hunter creature, 5% chance per tier to conserve a bomb, increased duration of barricade, and 10% chance to make 4 dose instead of 3 dose when making weapon poison or anti-poisons, and increase the critical hit of Meteor Shake by 20% per tier. And I believe there are 3 different tiers you can receive. So now you can make your animal pens on the Ranch Out of Time, and this is using the wood, vines, and stone that you would have obtained from your Anachronia base camp. And also the farming guild is now a thing, so it is located in Granny's house. And they also added farming requests, so I will be putting a look at it on screen now. So what it is, you just need to hand in these certain things and you'll get a pretty cool reward. And from actually doing these farming requests, you do gain reputation as well. And the reputation actually has some unlocks along with it. So you're going to all start out at beginner farmers. As you gain reputation, you'll get these unlocks here. They are alright. Nothing super great, I don't think. The all animals sell for 10% more beans is pretty good. But of course that is at the last level. And there are a lot new crops that you can now farm. So we got the cactus patch, new fruits, mushrooms, the money tree, which is going to be really interesting to see. I'm thinking that it's a really rare item to actually receive. So it is going to be interesting to see what the money tree actually does though. And here are all of the actual unlocks that came along with the 120 farming. As you can see, there is a lot of stuff and no one really knows what all of it does. It's going to take a while to figure out what each and every one of these things is useful for and whatnot. And then we have some mega produce. So you can use the potion of harvest and actually produce stuff into mega produce, which is going to be a new thing. I think it's going to go along with making primal feasts, and which is a new sort of food that you can actually make. And it does say you can do it at 115 cooking. Now, cooking did not go up to 120, but there is a new cooking potion, so I'm assuming that that will boost you 16 levels to go up to 115 cooking, so you can actually make this. Now, jumping into some in-game footage, this is what the original player-owned farm looks like now. So in the house, it's the farming guild. You can see the remote farm machine right there in the middle. And anyway, to get to the new Ranch Out of Time, you can actually just use this tree on the 2nd floor of the house, and it will just teleport you there. So yeah, basically what this is another player-owned farm, but it seems to be geared towards more higher level farming levels. So far, I don't really know what I can actually start breeding. First, I'm going to start and buy some animal pens. So as you can see, you actually buy them from beans. So hopefully you have some of these beans stocked up from the player-owned farm. Also, when you actually go ahead and try and build the actual animal pen, you will actually require to use your resources from the Anachronia base camp. So hopefully you guys have some of those actually stored up and ready to go, so you can just go ahead and build them. For the animals, you can actually currently buy the green frogs and also the salamanders. I believe I can't buy the salamanders because I'm not a high enough level yet. As you can see, they have some pretty interesting potions as well. I believe these just instantly allow you to harvest some crops depending on which one they are. So that is definitely a really interesting potion that you can now buy with beans. So I did actually buy a few frogs just to put in my small animal pen. Although the only way to get the other ones, I believe, is actually to hunt them or kill them. So for the Jadinkos, you will actually need to hunt them to obtain some of their unchecked animals. And then you can also get the feral dinosaurs, venomous, ripper. So basically all of the new Slayer creatures on Anachronia, you'll be able to get their eggs by killing them. As well, for the big game hunter dinosaurs, you can actually get them from hunting them, and it is a rare drop, so it might be difficult to actually obtain some of these animals, but once you get 2 of them, you can probably breed, and then you can make a ton, so it shouldn't be too bad. So that's going to be something I'll have to try and aim towards later. Anyway, that is basically it for the farming section. There is a lot of new unlocks that I'm just really not sure what they do yet, especially because I cannot actually use them because I don't have the farming level. But over the next few days, I'm sure we'll get lots of information based on all of these things, and we'll be able to figure out what they all do. And so now looking at the 120 Herblore news post. So there is some pretty interesting stuff here as well. There's the new Primal Extract, which is basically the main potion to make all of these new potions that were added to the game, and it has a lot to do with Anachronia, and you're going to be getting a lot of raw ingredients from Anachronia. So you can make the potion bombs. I will be showing you guys the poison bomb just briefly. It's really difficult to actually get your hands on some of these since it did just come out and not many people have made them yet. But we have the sticky bomb, which essentially will just bind your targets for about 6 seconds. Poison bomb, which will just poison them. The vulnerability bomb, which I would assume makes them vulnerable to other things. It might even be vulnerable to binds if they're not able to be binded or whatnot. So that is going to be an interesting potion. Then we also have the power bursts, and I do show you guys the power burst of vitality later in this video. It is really cool. So as you can see, it says you'll get 4 to 10 seconds of extreme power. So what this does, it will actually double your health points for about 4 seconds. And then the power burst of Master Stroke, Acceleration, Sorcery, Feats, and Overkill. So there are some pretty interesting ones. I'm not exactly sure what all of these do, but it is going to be pretty interesting to see. And these potions are going to add a lot to combat itself. Just for example, the Power Burst of Vitality, that's a really nice item if you're going to take a massive hit. You can actually get your health pool up to 20,000, so you'll definitely be able to tank a lot more hits. Also the Elder Overload, so you can actually unlock this at a 106 Herblore, and it's going to give you a plus 21 boost. So that is a massive boost. Going to really help. It's going to be even better than the Supreme Overload Potion, so that's going to be really good. Then we also have the Elder Overload Salve. Basically all the variants of overloads with the Elder. We also have a Charming Potion. So what this is going to be doing is allowing you to get more Summoning Charms. So that is a pretty nice and useful potion for some players. And so also we have the Spiritual Prayer Potion. Combines Prayer and Summoning Potions. That's nice as well. Extreme Prayer Potion. So I'm assuming it's just a better Prayer Potion. We also have a new higher tier Weapon Poison. The Cooking Potion and the Super Cooking Potion that I mentioned earlier. As well as the Extreme Cooking Potion. And then we also have the Blessed Flask, and this is going to be a really interesting item. It's a higher level item, so I believe you unlock it, where is it? At 118 Herblore, so it is going to be a difficult item to receive. And as you can see, you'll actually recharge 500 prayer points every time you use it, and I believe it will have a lot of uses. Basically, you'll be able to charge it with something, probably maybe even prayer potions or whatnot. So it's going to save you a lot of inventory space. So this is going to be a really great item for a lot of players who do high level bossing. And so looking at the skill guide unlocks, so there are a lot of different potions. And again, it's going to be difficult to actually try all of these out and figure out what they all do because there's just so much. And currently I can't actually make that much. I'm only at 102 Herblore. I've been training that over the double XP weekend, so hopefully I can get a little bit higher, at least to 104, so I can probably boost to 106 to make the Elder Overloads. But anyway, that is it for all the potions. I'm going to go into the actual in-game section where I'm going to try some of this stuff out. So I went ahead and bought the Primal Extract potion, which is essentially the potion that you will be using to make most of these brand new potions. And as you can see, all of these potions are new. So you will actually be able to make the Primal Extract potion by using the Primal Fruit Pulp, and you can actually make the Primal Fruit Pulp from any primal fruit. So I believe that's going to be fruit that you will be able to harvest on Anachronia. So just looking at some of the new things, you can make adrenaline crystals, harvest potions. We got the new weapon poison, which can actually be crafted at level 100 Herblore. So maybe a lot of you guys will be able to do that. The sticky bomb at 101 Herblore, and then you have the poison bomb at 101, and I will be trying out one of these later. Also, we have the charming potion, which will double the amount of charms you will obtain. The vulnerability bomb, which I'm not exactly sure what it will do. Then we have the extreme cooking potion. Next, we have the power burst of vitality, and I will be trying out one of these later. They are really great. They actually double the health pool and your vitality. So let's say you have 7,000 health. Out of your 10,000, you'll actually go up to 14,000 health. And your maximum health pool will be up to 20,000. It lasts around 4 seconds, although that would vary depending on your tier. We also have the Elder Overload Salve. As you saw earlier, you can actually make 5 overloads in one, so that is really nice update. It's a bit of a bundle. We also have the Power Burst of Master Stroke, and I'm really unsure what all of these other Power Bursts do. I could speculate, but I really don't know. I did try buying most of these off the Grand Exchange, but they just aren't selling right now, and I don't have the Herblore level to even make them, so hopefully we'll be able to find out more later when more people are making them and it's a little bit more common. But anyway, now I'm going to show you how to use the poison bombs. So anyway, it has to be on your action bar, and you essentially just click on the keybind and then you can throw it wherever you would like. So I just threw it on this Luminous Snegler, and it seems like it only lasts for roughly 2 to 3 seconds and only poisons them about once. So it really seems like this item will only be useful if you are killing a lot of creatures around you, so it will deal the area effect damage. It doesn't seem useful at all if you're just killing one thing. So my advice would be only to use it in situations where you will want to deal splash damage. But right now it doesn't seem like this potion is really game breaking or whatnot, but it is a pretty interesting concept, and I'm sure some of the other potions have some really cool effects as well. I also want to show you guys the Power Burst of Vitality. So as you can see, when I use it here, you'll see briefly that my HP actually doubles and the health pool goes up to 20,000. So personally, I think this is a really useful potion. Basically, it can just double your health whenever, so I really like the idea. I'm sure it'll be useful in a lot of different bossing situations. So overall, this update is really intriguing. They added a lot of stuff into the game, and so far there isn't that much information into it all. I hope I showed you guys a little bit and a bit more about this update. That is essentially the goal of this video, to get you guys a little bit more informed about what happened in this massive update, and to show you how some of these things work. So overall, the poison bomb and the potion of vitality, I was able to try that, and it did look really cool and useful, and I'm sure the other ones will be as well. I'm excited to try them out and test them. You can buy most of them off the Grand Exchange except for the really higher level ones. So you can type in just bomb on the Grand Exchange and you'll be able to try out the sticky bomb, poison bomb, and the vulnerability bomb. And also you can do the same with the power bursts. I am sure that you should be able to buy them in the next few days for at least a reasonable price. The last thing I wanted to touch on is the Count Yakula's Yak Track, which seems to be some type of battle pass that has been added into the game. You get your premium reward for actually having RuneScape Premier Club. So that is essentially what they did add into the game. There's a few cool rewards and cosmetics that you can achieve, and all you have to do is complete a few little tasks. So that was just a quick little update that they did add along with the 120 farming and Herblore. You guys can check that out yourself in the event tab. It should be right there. You can just see the various kinds of rewards. Anyway guys, I really hope you did enjoy this video and found it really informative. If you are looking for more RuneScape 3 content, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.